The recent Gillette ad that points the finger at masculinity as toxic has missed the ball by so much, and here's why. How can a company that sells a plastic disposable razor blade with the slogan, "A best a man can get," can quite possibly try to point the finger at masculinity as a problem that is isolated? It's beyond me that this company is even getting away with this without any criticism. This is the thing that I see, is this company didn't offer a solution. This company wasn't the first one to talk about this. This company got on the bandwagon of a narrative called the Me Too movement and used it to point a finger at an isolated place of society without actually looking at the whole broader structure. It's not just toxic masculinity. And look, I get it. There is some really bad things that have happened, and I'm so grateful for the Me Too movement and people getting their voice. But for a company that sells a disposable plastic razor blade in the era of paper straws and pollution and so much positivity, a company that still sells a product that's disposable plastic that is impacting our oceans and impacting our world has the audacity to come out and hijack a beautiful movement like the Me Too movement and use it to point the finger at men. And let me just point this out, is we don't have just toxic men, we have a toxic society. But let me help some men. 50% of all men who have no visitation rights to their children still pay child support. 95% of workplace fatalities are men. 97% of war fatalities are men. 79% of all homicides are men. 80% of all suicides are men. It's absolutely beyond me that we can try to point the finger at one part of an overall system. And it just really gets me because this company didn't try to offer a solution. They're just doing it to sell more razor blades and more razors and to raise awareness. They're not donating money to a cause. They're not creating a solution. They're just saying, hey, there's an opportunity for us to get exposure. There's an opportunity for us to create something. And guess what? It's working because I'm creating a response video. But the response that I'm saying is, you guys have missed so much. You're not the best a man can get. You're pretty much the worst a man can get. You offer us a thing that we have to keep on buying that's expensive, that screws the world and doesn't help. So what is the solution? Well, the solution is to first own it, that it's a toxic society. What creates toxic masculinity? Well, it's a toxic society. It's the fact that 2/3 of the school shooters, all the school shooters were male. 2/3 of the school shooters in the US came from broken homes, fatherless homes. Too often, we're seeing men not growing up understanding masculinity. It's not toxic, it's just misunderstood. It's just, on one hand, we're the protectors, we're the providers, we're out there fighting the wars, and then on the other hand, they're making lots of mistakes. And for a company to come out and point the finger at men being toxic, saying that we need to change, well, Gillette, when you point one finger, guess what? 4 fingers are pointing back at you, the real problem. Toxic capitalism. Companies that are selling us shit we don't need, that is screwing up our world for total profits. We are so many years beyond the need for throwaway razor blades. So many. And then you come out and shoot a video about toxic masculinity to raise awareness for you and what you do. Well, I dug around on the internet and I had a look at some of your Gillette, some of the things that you have used to promote your brand. There are skin-tight women that are running around in the Formula One with Gillette plastered all over them. And guess what, Gillette? We all know about the pink tax. When you charge more just by creating your razor blade in pink and selling it to women, we know it's the same razor blade. We know. But yet, you come out here and do this, and it's things like this that really get to me because they have more money. They have the ability to get their message out there, and people are being fooled by it. People are seeing it. And yet, those of us like you watching this and me, We see this, and we need videos like this to get out and say, you know what, Gillette, screw you, it's not okay. I'm going to go back to a normal razor blade. I'm going to find something that's not going to screw up my world, and I'm not going to support a company that is frankly out there trying to get on a narrative that they just don't belong in, and two, aren't authentic enough to even offer any sort of solution. And so if you're watching this video, share this video out. Let's make sure that Gillette see this. Let's make sure that they understand just how much they missed. And let's realize that it's a systemic problem. It's the whole society. We're living in a toxic society, a toxic environment. There's lots of things going wrong. On one hand, we're banning plastic straws and plastic bags. Fantastic. On the other hand, we've got away razor blades and lids on the top of plastic bottles and plastic bottles. So we are making changes. We are doing good things. But pointing the finger at half of society and saying you guys are toxic and you guys are the ones that need to change and it's you, is just as silly as me sitting here trying to call out capitalism being toxic. It's the whole system. We all need to own it. We all need to change. We all need to come together. We all need to stop competing. We all need to stop being in wars. We all need to stop building up walls and shooting at each other and killing each other. We need to stop it all. Stop pointing the finger at one area and let's realize what caused that. Because it's a problem. The Me Too movement highlighted that there's a problem there. And when there's a problem, instead of pointing at the trash, instead of pointing at the end result, instead of pointing at what's come about it, the symptom, we need to look at the cause. What caused that? What caused all of these things to go wrong? Is it because our schooling system is the same as it was 200 or 100 years ago? Is it because of that? Is it because of the amount of children that are growing up in homes without parents because we've got both mother and father that work? Is it because of the food we're eating with all the pesticides and GMOs? Is it because of us racing around trying to run to collect as much things instead of realizing what life's all about? What is it really? Is it really worth pointing the finger at toxic masculinity? Share this video, leave a comment below, and let me know what you think, because you know what? It's time that we all come together and we all say, we are the cause of all of this. Us, our ancestors and us, we caused it. And we've got to create solutions. We've got to do it, but it's not just one area. It's the whole thing. We've got to look at it from top down. We need a change and we need it now.